Mary McCusker, actor. My school, as I am in my 70s now, a lot of my memories of that time are sepia-colored, rather than vibrant. But my first school was St Luke's in the Gorbals, where I recall dark classrooms but friendly teachers and sharing sweets with my best pal. Later we moved to St Gerard's in Govan, which I loved, as there was a shop nearby that sold Tunnock's biscuits that were too bashed to be packaged. Lunchtime was heaven. There were great teachers at St Gerard's, and it had a curriculum that managed to include everything, in what was a very old building. My high school was Lourdes Secondary. It was brand new and seemed vast, and we were the first intake. It took me ages to get used to it, so many rooms, and I remember it was very bright with long corridors. Favorite teacher, Miss Foxworthy, was smashing. She wore a big gown that billowed as she came into the classroom at speed. She could have ruled Hogwarts, no bother at all. She taught us French and Latin and was so energetic and passionate, she made you want to learn. I always looked forward to her lessons. Speaking French just seemed so grown up. Read more, the day Hollywood royalty came to Glasgow. School dinner, packed lunch or home? School dinners, it was too far for me to go home. I was a really picky eater, but mince, stew and battered fish were fine. There was a bit of a smell in the dining rooms and too many big boys that jolted your tray, so I never found it a relaxing place to eat. I spent most of the lunch hour gabbing. Favorite subject, I liked art, and I was disappointed I only had 2 sessions of that each week. A painting I did of the Barras got me selected to represent the school at a competition in Kelvin Grove Art Gallery. I loved English and reading, although my teacher Miss Mullen thought I was overdramatic when I read anything out loud. No change there. I loved making up stories, and I remember writing a thriller called Murder at Fenton Manor. My sister was the only person who was allowed to read it. In the school play, I never got lead parts. I think it was Third Rock from the Left. Least favorite subject, PE and sport. I had very thin legs, so I got called matchstick, which was not pleasant. Getting into shorts was hell, and everyone else seemed to run faster, climb ropes higher and do everything better than me. I remember I was sent off the hockey pitch for being too aggressive though. Read more, Mary's memories of the old Glasgow Steamies. Best friend, Winifred and Anne Breen at school. I didn't do parties outside school and lost touch with most when I left, unfortunately. Mary McCusker stars as Mrs. Culfeathers and Tony Rope as the Steamie at the Hydro, from December 27 to 31. For more on this story, visit the news article link.